going on? It's your boy, Yaounde Embiid, finally back. And got a whole bunch of videos coming out for you guys this year. So appreciate you if you're already following. If not, like, subscribe, all this other stuff. I'm going to be real heavy on giving you guys a bunch of videos this year, hoping to record at least one a week, get you guys some tips, some strategies. And hopefully we could all make a little bit of money together. But I did want to talk about something that I think is a very important right now issue that I think will affect everybody and how we should think about approaching not only the sports card market, the memorabilia market, but kind of all of these things in general. And I'll get into that in a minute. So you saw the thumbnail, kind of dragged you in here. I'm not advocating for you to buy any Victor Wembyanama. Now, let's get this straight. This kid's a freak. He's on limited minutes. He's scoring 20, 10, 3, and a bajillion blocks, right? He might already be the defensive player of the league. He could be defensive player of the year easily, right? Future MVP probably. Could be a future Hall of Famer. But here's the problem. People are already buying, selling, and trading his stuff as if all of these things have happened. And that is where we have to go. Not right now. Let's go through the illustration. Now I'm going to leave the super high level stuff alone, right? I'm just going to go by recently. His base rookie card is $105. $105. Now, if we go use our market movers tool, and shout out to the folks at Sports Card Investor. You can grab their market movers tool. I use it all the time. It's awesome. They're not sponsoring this video, but got some good friends over there. If they've ever loved to sponsor these videos, I'm down. Anyway, so let's take somebody who, let's just take Luka, right? And I don't think he's the best illustration. 19,865 base cards. Now, it's a pretty strong sale, right? You got $234 here. But what I'll say is the production levels at, well, this is a PSA 10. Oh, ooh, my friends. That's a PSA 10. Base. Raw, $100. Now, this isn't going to have a pop count because it sold a bajillion. But you have Luka, who is already kind of a perennial MVP candidate, has shown he's got playoff chops. Now, he's fallen very short, and I think that Wemby has a really good chance of being even far better than Luka, right? He's a monster at the offensive end. He's really, really good on the defensive end, which is something Luka kind of struggles with. But I've seen Luka take people's souls in the playoffs. He did it to the Clippers. He did it to Devin Booker. He literally took Devin Booker's soul. I mean, I watched it. Devin Booker talked smack, and then the next thing you know, they were down 50 in Game 7. We've all seen it. But 2018 was pre the Panini printing press going on a bajillion. It was pre-COVID stimmy money. And there's still, again, even for the PSA 10, almost 20,000 cards of the base cards are out there. Not rare. Now, if you're somebody who has Luka cards and has had them since 2018, I'm not here advocating for you selling stuff. I think you're sitting on a gold mine, right? There's some cards of him that, we can go through this. Luka, 2018, Prism, PSA 10. You're sitting on a Blue Ice 99. It's pop 41. It's pop 41. All of these things are awesome things to have. I don't disagree with you owning them. But the problem is, when we look at Victor Wembanyama, $105 just for the base, And then for these parallels, 40 grand for his shimmer. It's a jersey match. Fine. It's a shimmer. It's a 5. I get it. Let's look at this. It's an orange wave out of 60. And this is the first to market, right? You always got that first to market bump. But somebody with some disposable income decided, I'm going to spend $11,302 on this card. And he has not even done anything yet. Now, it sounds really stupid to say that because, again, he, on limited minutes, is putting up historic numbers. But he's also, and let's go back to his profile, 7'4". He's a frail 7'4", right? 210 pounds. He could be like Embiid, grow into his body, become a real freak. That's fine. But 7'4" dudes don't traditionally have super long careers. So what you're doing is you're pricing in him being the greatest of all time, or at least top 5. And you don't even know whether he's going to have a full career. You could have a Yao Ming career, which is, again, a Hall of Fame career. Don't get me wrong. Hell, he could even have a Shaq career. Maybe. Have you seen Shaq cards lately? What we need to be cognizant of is that this, at least the sports card industry, is very based on FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Everyone wants to make sure they got a new piece of the next XYZ player. Now, if you'd have done that with LeBron, I mean, congratulations to you. You're also sitting on a gold mine. But Panini is printing the ever-loving hell out of every single card they can before they lose their license to Fanatics. And if you're living under a rock, Fanatics has the license to the NBA licenses now. And so Victor Wembyanama doesn't even have autos in this product, which, again, like if this was a of 60 auto, I mean, you're not going to see me spending the money on it. But I would be okay with you being like, you know what, this is a stash. All right, cool. There's only 60 of them. There's a million parallels out there. But we're talking about a card with no auto. And again, these, it's not even like an on-card auto or a national treasures. I mean, oh God. He's not going to be in that product. Yeah, because Panini has the license. So he's not even going to be in those products. So Prism is where everyone's going. But this is, quite frankly, as close to irresponsible as I can. And for you guys, if you're going to be following me, I am not going to be recommending these types of things for you this time. I did in the past, and what happened to all of us? We all got burnt. Right? What happened? Let's go to, the perfect example, Zion Williamson. Let's go PSA 10. Let's go Ruby Wave, right? No, let's go something numbered, right? Let's keep it. Let's go Prism. And Blue Ice out of 99. Gold Shimmer out of 10. Here, let's do purple. Let's do purple for illustration. That's not a great one. Where'd that pink ice go? No. Now, a lot of these just don't have any sales. So we're not going to be able to get great data from here. I mean, some of these things haven't sold in forever. Okay, green prism. Let's see. Let's try a green. Now, a green is, I believe, is a retail parallel. Peaked at 1.6K. And it's selling for $114 now. 765. It's a pretty big print run. Not that Zion was coming in with nearly the hype that Wembanyama is. But what happened is that on top of the COVID-related stimulus dollars, with a dip when the economy dipped a little bit, and then more stimmy money and the dip, and then the eventual real long dip that we experienced that we're still in and that we might be in for a long time. You just can't be paying these prices for Victor Wembyanama right now. You can't. Because how are you getting his cards? You buying into breaks? You buying singles? If you're buying singles to grade, you are rolling the dice, my friend. These grading companies, you don't get a 10. It's going to be hard to pay back your money on these raw cards, right? Look, this blue shimmer is 11 grand. You got to grade it? You got to roll the dice? I don't know if anybody else is going to buy this for 11 grand. Look at these box break prices. For one box of Prism regular hobby, it's $235. Again, that is just literally like the most recent sales. Before, my goodness, you could get in. There was a whole case break, and you'd be paying $3 grand for Spurs. And this is not an anti-break discussion that we're having here, right? I as much as anybody, love a good break. But there's a 300 card base set with another 100 plus cards, right? And he's in some of them, but he's not in all of them. So if you look at 12 cards, 12 packs, 144 cards, you're going to, on average, get 0 Wembanyama cards. Not even base. Now, the more cards you have, right, you have a case. Now you're talking about over 1,000 cards. Okay. Now you're talking about 1, 2 maybe. And you have to hope that they're anything but base. If you hit a silver, you still haven't broke even yet. So you basically have to hit a number card. And you have to hope it's not an insert, because inserts don't do as well. So the upside, while tremendous, is highly unlikely. And if you got it, don't let me stop you from living out your fantasies and having fun with your disposable income. But this channel is devoted to us making some real money this year and not doing the types of things like this, where you're just rolling the dice and hoping. Because what this is saying is that he's going to be a top 5 player. I mean, look at these prices, right? Let's look at someone who has actually won championships. And this is not all the way comparable, but it's just a good illustration, right? Patrick Mahomes, 2018. Prism, PSA, 10. Oops. His draft year was 2017. Sorry, y'all. Done goofed. So you're telling me that for the price of, and again, 2017 was even less printed. Well, less graded, right? Pre-COVID. For a guy who may be the best quarterback who has ever lived, would you rather spend that Victor Wembanyama money on a super short print stained glass out of $199, or you pony up a little more money and you get an on-card auto, of the best quarterback who's ever lived, or at the very least, the best quarterback that we have alive, or I said it like Tom Brady's dead, that is still playing. And again, it's head and shoulders, right? It's Mahomes on his own tier with the players that are playing right now. And then all time, it's Mahomes and a handful of people all time. And he's still playing. Victor may well be one of the best players that we ever seen. He's a freak. Look at all these things, right? Look at these gaudy numbers. 28, 10, 7, 2, 5. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. But he's 7-4. He's on the Spurs, which are a crappy team right now. And if there's anybody who's going to show someone how to win, it's Coach Popovich. What you're saying is, I'm buying it as if he's already won. That's the truth. So at the end of the day, I just can't condone paying these prices for Victor Wembanyama. Can't do it. What we could do as a strategy, though, is that we can wait for the offseason, a minor injury to happen. Let's say he twists his ankle, high ankle sprain. Oh my God, he's going to be out for 3 weeks. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fire sale on this stuff. This card's going to be $5,000. I'm serious. Right? Let's take Luka. Right? Luka, I think, is a good comparison. Luka PSA 10. And let's say Prism. Let's keep it to 2018. Here we go. Let's do super short print over here, right? No, let's do a Mojo. Look at this. Again, strong price. Not a whole lot of sales though. Let's go something with a whole lot more. Now again, this is the possibility, right? He's really that good and you're selling it. But again, the last sales in 2021. People aren't buying this stuff now. So let's do this. Pop 30 out of 75. Oh yeah. You used to be able to get 20K for it. Not anymore. If you're that Victor buyer, what do you think is more likely? That you're here in, what is this, 3 years? Or you're here? I think it's more likely that you're going to be here. And I think if there's injury, I think there's disappointment in his ability to make the playoffs or have an impact on the floor, you're going to be here. And I can guarantee you it's going to be way more than a pop 30. And again, this is assuming a less than 50% gem rate, right? 75 divided by half, so this is probably just a gem rate thing. But again, what I am saying is that even if you're holding on to a rare card, it's going to be unlikely that you're going to maintain this value. So what we need to do, and you as my audience, that I will be giving tips out to each and every week, each and every month out of this year, we're not going to do this. So don't be a fool. Don't buy Victor. Thanks for listening to the first one of a whole lot of videos that we're going to have this year. Again, if you've gotten to this point, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.